You guys are standing up, and he insisted that we sit. So this is weird for you. It's his fault.
I'm tired.
Shelton. Shelton, thank you, bro. Appreciate it. No, I'm not calling you out. I'm saying thank you for the service tonight. I appreciate it. You're that dude. Good evening, everyone. My name is Michael. My name is Fred. On behalf of STEYN Entertainment, I'm so grateful for everyone showing up here tonight for this incredible, majestic, unprecedented kind of collaboration that we have with our friend here, Masonwabe Ntloko. Show some love for Masonwabe. As most of you know, the collaboration, this is STEYN Entertainment property, but the collaboration is being done through Rocking the Daisies, a dear established property of ours that we've been running with for a while now. It's the best. I'm just going to say it's the best music festival on the continent. You know. Period. Yes, exactly. What else? Come on. And we've been gone for 2 years. We've been living in uncertain times, and we didn't know if it was going to be the same. We still don't know if it's going to be the same, but we're excited about embracing the unknown to a degree. But we're back, and one of the things that was important for us to do, just as a company in general, is to make sure that everything that we do is authentic, that the people that we work with are authentic and represent the value system that we have at STEYN Entertainment. Collaboration is at the foundation of that value system. And so it just made sense for us to work with someone who is I don't like to give Mace compliments, guys. No, I'm joking. He's a great creative. He's an innovator. In the limited time that he's been doing this on this level, I think the work speaks for itself. And you guys being here on a Wednesday night is testament to the impact of his work. I want to get some thoughts from Mace. Why was this a collaboration that you were keen to do? Can you guys hear me?
No.
Hi everybody. Why was it important for me to? I think for me, well, this one specifically. So I think for me, the most important thing has always been to do. I don't want to say the impossible, but something beyond what people see as possible. So for me, when I created basically the CI that you see with the illustrations and all these things, how I looked at it was that I wanted it to live in different spaces, and spaces that I think you wouldn't even most of the times like think about. Like more than anything, every time I create something, I want to create something that when you look at, it's not something you expected to come out from what I do. So this was one of those things where it was like, okay, there's festivals, but I feel like there's something that I can add to a festival like Rocking the Daisies, and like you said, the best in Africa.
Yeah. Dope, thank you for that. You guys can applaud that, it's okay. Yeah, you guys can applaud that. Do you want to take us through conceptually how you arrived at this design? So obviously you have a style that you've developed over the past couple of years that people are very familiar with at this stage, but that continues to innovate at the same time. You've blessed the world with these beautiful rugs. You've been part of the Warner rebrand. You've done some things with Markham's. I'm just flexing, just a little flex. Just a little flex. This style continues to develop along every iteration. Conceptually, how did you arrive at this illustration, at the combs, and how did you incorporate the Rocking the Daisies in it as well?
Okay. You know, you think about these things in your head, but actually saying it is kind of difficult sometimes. So basically, what I did. So I had a conversation, obviously, with the relevant people, and you know, usually when you get to like a space, like for example, even with the Malcolm Cola that you mentioned, there's always certain guidelines of this is what we want you to do, this is what we want you to do. You should not do that. So here, it was like, I was like, okay guys, I think this is what we need to do. We pitch the idea, and then they're like, okay, cool, let's do it. Now, I'm like, okay, what direction are we following? And then everyone's like, yo, no, just do you. And from that, obviously you struggle for a good 2-3 weeks. I was doing illustrations that I was scratching out myself. So it wasn't even like me sending it to the people and go, hey guys, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? And then we had a conversation. And from the conversation that we had, it was like, okay, Rocking the Daisies is about you coming as you are. So it's not really a you coming. Thank you. So Rocking the Daisies is really mostly like it's a you come as you are. So I decided to come as I am. You know, so it was like okay, because also you need to realize with in the past it was Rocking the Daisies was predominantly for white people. Right? So now you're coming in and it's like okay, obviously that's in the back of your head because it's like oh okay, I'm creating this and I don't want to be too black. Because you know you're gonna, and then it's like oh, okay, but now times have changed. You know, it's more about everyone is welcome. So for me, the most important thing was let me find the best way to represent myself, but not in the traditional way that I usually do. Because this is not heavily Xhosa inspired. So I tried to really do something that would be more. So for me, what I tried to really do was just do something that could relate to more or less everybody. So even the codes, like, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. The cones are petals, are flower petals. I don't know if you guys picked that up. No, yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Have any of you guys actually interacted with the clothing, or are we just here for the drinks? You know? We have everything. We have a base. Okay, cool. No. I'm joking. I think just jumping onto what Mace was saying, from a STEYN entertainment perspective, transformation is sorry guys.
Noise, please. Come on, guys. Come on.
Come on, guys. Come on.
Please, come on. Respect. Respect.
Thanks. From a STEYN entertainment perspective, obviously we're aware of how the world is changing. That was an agenda of ours from the time that we took on the festival. And as I said before, authenticity is really important in collaboration because they just don't land. A lot of you guys here, I'm sure, are involved in the creative field in different disciplines and in different facets. And you know that when something isn't authentic, it doesn't matter how much finessing you try to do, right? It just doesn't land when it isn't real. Did anyone notice anything about what's written on the hoodies? Do you want to read? Do you want to read it out for us over there? The lady in the cool boots standing in front of the front of the hoodies. Do you want to read it out?
Sure.
Yeah, just read it out.
It has a collaboration between Rocking the Daisies and Masonwabe. Saved by the bell.
As soon as you started to read that name, the power name, Saved by the Bell. That's okay. We still love you. We still love you. Like any brand, we're very, very sensitive because consistency. We're very sensitive with our CI because consistency is how you build brands. In that sentence there that you wrote, sorry, that you read, we actually dropped an I from the word daisies. So it doesn't read, it's very, very subtle. It's almost not noticeable if you don't, you know what I mean, focus on it. But we dropped an I from the word daisies, and it's not some major genius conceptual thing. But we did do that intentionally because on two levels, Mace is his own property, he's an artist, he's established in his own right, and Rocking the Daisies is as well. And in the many conversations that we had leading up to how we were going to make this work, how we were going to translate this and organically make this something that speaks to both of our brands, many times the conversation got to a point where it was like, yo, it can't be all, you know, what you've built in, can't be all what we've built in. We were just like, this has to be like a we thing. And you'll notice that the stickers that come with your certificate of authenticity, it says I, it says we is bigger than I. Also because in the 2 years that we were absent as a festival property, we were really nervous about coming back. The world had changed. We weren't sure how people would respond to it. And I remember sitting in the office and Shannon and some of the other members of the team pressing the button for the tickets to go on sale. And we were just like, yo, hopefully, you know, we're still gonna have that support. And we sold out all of our phase 1 tickets in a few minutes. And then there was the second phase, which was only supposed to come out a month or two later, but we let those go as well. And those sold out in a few minutes. And we sold phase 3, half of phase 3 in a few minutes, and we were just so overwhelmed by the support. We were so overwhelmed by everyone's dedication to music, to culture, which is what we hope we represent. And this idea of a we-ness, of a togetherness, of a sense of community is what we wanted to honor in creating this collaboration. So on the first level with Mace, and really this is a collaboration between Rocking the Daisies, Mace, and you guys, everyone who supports us. So yeah, we can clap it up for that. We can clap it up for that. We can clap it up for that. This is going to be available primarily do you want to tell them, Mace? You tell them. Yeah, I'm talking too much.
So we are officially dropping at Rocking the Daisies. So it's Cape Town. Then we're gonna have a drop in Joburg. So this is like a way for us to say, guys, hustle these tickets, man. You know? Because if it sells out, hey man, you know. But yeah, so we're gonna do that. Then if hopefully, you know, there's some stuff left, then we'll put it online. You know. But yeah, and I don't know what else do you want me to say. That's okay. My last words are thank you guys for coming out. I really appreciate it. It was really short notice, but we made it work. So thank you.
Good night. That's it. I've got nothing. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for Rocking the Daisies and STEYN Entertainment. We really appreciate it. You guys look great too.